Alright, howdy ho folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Harvestella, the game that keeps on getting worse. Last episode, we beat up another Omen, and they used a bunch of buzzwords that literally equated to nothing, because in the middle of all those buzzwords, they're like, you won't understand, you cannot comprehend, I cannot comprehend, the world cannot comprehend, but we must do buzzword, 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 buzzword kind of stuff. So it was dumb. This episode, we're gonna have a lot of cutscenes, which is gonna suck. I don't know if I'm an outlier, but usually when I buy a game, I want to play the game. If I wanted to watch a movie, I'd watch a movie. I'd buy a movie, rent a movie, I'd just watch a movie. If I wanted to just read a story, I'd read a story. But I bought a game. I want to play a game. And I want to have agency in said game. Why did they not comprehend that when they were making those? Anyways, let's get back on topic. As horrid as it may be. I'm sorry. You've gotten caught up in this because of me. No, I haven't. I've officially washed my hands of this. I don't need to deal with any of you guys ever again. Don't worry about it, or I'm just glad I could help. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, technically, we can go different ways. It does not matter anymore. It was quite the tall order in the end. I don't remember what voices I'm doing for anyone, and it's about par for the course. Geist. What the hell is he planning? I know I was doing like a feminine AI voice. No, it actually just has a feminine AI voice, Dianthus does. I just can't do that because I'm a dude and human. And nobody knows what Geist is planning, because you can tell with their moniker Geist, they're like a spirit, an apparition. You will never grasp what they see or do. Gosh, I freaking hate that stupid title, name, organization you want to call Geist. Geist is always a bad move. It's so overused. Who is Geist? We're not going to get an answer to that. Or is he behind this incident too? We heard the fact that they were. Legit. Person we just killed just said Geist was behind the incident. So why would I ask that second question? But who is Geist? Geist is my comrade. Oh wait, you're actually giving me an answer. Wow. Wow. Is this what friendship is like? Who you humans choose to call the Omens. You won't tell us what you are beyond that. It's not so much a choice as we don't have the information otherwise. I do not know his goal, but there is no denying it will cause irreparable damage to this star. Are we on a star, or are you talking about like the star above us? What do you mean damage? Is that even possible? Sure, it's possible. Who cares? What do you mean by damage? Also, last cutscene, Hydo Lancer, or whatever the heck their name was, because it was stupid. It had Lancer in it, and they used a lance. It was really dumb. Specifically said to Dianthus, they always work for their masters, and Dianthus needs to realize that too, that they're always working towards whatever their masters want. So where does Geist fall into that? Why are some of these Omen dudes working basically against the others renegade style when they're supposed to be working for the master's cause? It's already stupid as a plot point. Anyways, I think I've said too much. Why say anything at all then? Oh great, she's awake. Well, there goes my peaceful rest at my house. Hey, Unicorn, remember how we went through an entire dungeon and you didn't help? Yeah, that was wild. It was like last episode. Are you okay? She doesn't appear to have any life-threatening injuries. What would you know? You're not a doctor. Oh wait, there isn't a doctor anywhere. I'd trust you more. For now, though, I must do something to calm the sea's light. Oh, okay, maybe get us some hot cocoa or something? I need to take Arya back, or is there anything I can do to help? I'm gonna go. That's right. So this is where we say goodbye. Yep, bye. Yeah, I'd say it was nice knowing you, but I'd be lying. I really would. Oh, before I forget. Are you an AI? How can you forget? Or are you saying you're fleshy underneath there? Why are you making fun of me for being fleshy? Thank you, human, for helping me. Oh, you almost forgot to think. I saved your life. Screw you. Get bent. I hope the Seasonite hates the hot cocoa you make for it. They spit it in your face. Dianthus has left the party. Finally. Oh, so I go up and try it? I don't even blame myself. That is not a place that you can enter, I'm afraid. And how do you know? You don't even know what your princess looks like, and that's like your entire life goal. It finally relented. No, that seemed more like another earthquake. Well then, I guess I ought to take you and the girl back home. What? Wait, what? Dude, you can go too. I don't need you. I don't even need that girl. I was just told to come over here. I don't need either of you. Please, go. Leave. You're annoying. What? You're from Leith at the foot of the ravine, correct? It isn't terribly far from here. We can teleport. You don't need to come. We don't need... For frick's sake, nobody will ever listen to me. Yeah, it looks sticky. Crystallized molasses. Oh, great. She's back. I've done everything I can for now. All we can do now is let her rest and wait. You're not a very good doctor, you know that? Because I'm assuming everything you can for now is you quite literally just saying she's unconscious. And that's the only diagnosis we got from you. She's unconscious. But you got wrapped up in quite the mess, didn't you? No. I was a bystander. Listen, like, quite literally, I was going from point A to point B because she ran to point B. So I went to point B. Guess what? Everything else that happened, unrelated to me. This girl, unrelated to me. I am not wrapped up in this. I do not care. I would drop them like a freaking hat. Trapped in the middle of a lover's quarrel between two omens. You shouldn't listen to anything I told you about what the heck happened, did you? Why am I not surprised? And nobody listens to me, much less the doctor that's supposed to be taking care of the fact that I'm still a patient. Why the heck would the doctor listen? It's only about my, I don't know, physical well-being, and it's legit their job. Oy vey. No, I'll just keep working the farm. It's not like I maybe sprayed my ankle and broke a few bones before I even got here. Who cares? Who cares? Whatever. Not like my lungs are bad because they're filled with weird, horrible nightmare dust from the in-between season. Gosh, freaking dang, man. The townsfolk grew pretty anxious when the sea's light started shining again. Thank goodness it's settled. I don't have an opinion about anything you just said. The omen I was with calmed it down? Sure. It's what they said they would do. Why would Oh, so you got my story up to a certain point when I probably told you the entire story and you didn't listen to it? Like, actually, hold up. The fact that the omen, Dianthus, calmed it down should have been a part of the story I told Cress, which Cress apparently knows the story because they know I was a part of the fight between the two omens. They should be aware of that bit. That is outright proving Cress did not listen to me. That line right there. Why would she didn't listen to the story I told her off screen. Holy crap. Still, to hear of omens fighting one another, that's quite the story. And now that line does not feel correct, because she already acknowledged the fact that the omens were fighting one another. And she even joked about it. In this cutscene, she joked about omens fighting and how it was a lover's quarrel. And now she's like, gosh, you're telling me two omens fought one another? That's amazing, exaggerated, beyond anything I could ever even think of. You just said you knew about it. What is the writing? What is the writing? Did they just like get a bunch of text boxes and just kind of like move them around? Like, just like, yeah, this one can go here. It's like, that one doesn't make sense there. It's like, who cares? I didn't think it was even possible. At any rate, I'm sorry you had to deal with something so troublesome. Like, legitimately, wait, hold up. Are the text boxes in this cutscene in the wrong order? Because legit, at the start of this cutscene, she was like, wow, you got pulled into something really wild, huh? Between two omens and everything? Anyways, like, everyone's happy that the Seasley is, like, good. Oh yeah, about that omen. It's like, what? You're telling me two omens were fighting? That must have been really troublesome, man. What the absolute heck? Oh my gosh. You must be exhausted. Get some rest. Now you care about your patient. Christ almighty. Am I going to be able to sleep through a night? Because that was the best thing about when she was gone. Me actually being able to sleep. It was lovely even. By the way, like I mentioned, I started rage quitting around now because, hey, I just did a boss fight. That's a really difficult thing in some games. You know, boss is done. You know what I'd want to do right now? Go save. Nope. Can't go save. Okay, well, let's sleep. Let's sleep. Sleep the sleepy sleep that sleeps sleepily. Nope, there's another cutscene. Why did it have to give me control of my character when I was already in this room? Just be like, cut to black and be like, that seems like a good idea. I think I'll rest now. And then start this up. Why did you give me control of the character? There's no reason. What was the point? I'm here again? You know what's astounding? This cutscene showcases that the lights in this room can be off, which means that every time this bee woke us up, she turned them on. I know I was doing kind of a gag or whatever in earlier episodes where it's like, can you turn the lights off? And there's like all these lantern things, but this cutscene alone showcases the lights can be off. This bee, while I was asleep in bed, turned all the lights on to read in her bed as opposed to the other room. She's a bee. I'm not wrong. She's not a good person. Oh, you're awake, or how do you feel? Oh, you're awake. There goes my sleep. What happened? Oh no. Stupid stuff. It's how it usually is. I was being stupid. It's how you usually are. I was going to that stone stupidly. That's what you do. So why am I back here? You were stupid. You explain what happened. I was abducted? What on earth? Okay, so like Gregorian calendar, lunar calendar, Earth, medieval ages, we get it. She's actually from Earth. She's 100% not from the fantasy setting. She's from Earth. Cool. I'm actually fine with that. Legit, don't delve any deeper than what the heck I just pointed out. Occasional snippets from her, I'm fine with that as a trait. I am. I think her whole obsession with the time travel thing is stupid. But legit, how the fact that she's from Earth and not actually willing to talk about it, and this whole, like, she occasionally references it, that's a fine character trait. She's impossible in every other way, but that's a fine character trait. I don't remember a thing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You tend to not think a lot, do you? It's probably due to exhaustion or because you pushed yourself too hard. No, it's probably due to exhaustion. Exhaustion? Is that what Crest told you? No. Honestly, it's very odd that she can't remember a thing. She was there for like a week. What do you mean she can't remember a thing? Not a single thing. Not even from when she got abducted. Not a single thing. That is weird. But no, we're just gonna say amnesia can be caused by being exhaustipated. Because amnesia is not known by a majority of storytellers, and they don't know what it means. They think memory loss is just something that will happen when someone gets stressed or whatever, or possibly ill. They think that's pretty normal, which is horrifying. Sorry, I'm letting myself get worked up when I should be trying to recover. No, get worked up. Leave again, please. I want to be left alone. That'd be nice. It looks like there are a lot of different forces at play here. No. As far as I'm aware, there's 2 forces possibly in the omens. And maybe the church? It's 3. Does that sound like a big number to you? I'm going to go to sleep. Yeah, you said you were going to rest and recover. Yeah, she must have hit her head hard. No, wait, she's always been this stupid. She just never talked to me enough for me to realize it. Yeah, nope, lights are out. Do not care. Go to sleep. That omen before. I don't know what role they had for me in their plan, but I do not care. I don't. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. You still came to my rescue. Do not care. I was told to. I could not say no, despite having no idea what you were getting yourself into. Yeah, it was a hassle. Thank you. Oh, you can actually be nice for a moment. So, you're just, like, consciously mean the rest of the time, huh? Have you picked up that I don't like you? Anyways, thank you for helping me. Chapter 2, Omen. Complete. Closeness with Arya. Why is that? Okay, this is... I don't know how that's going to play out. Because, like, as you're aware, you've watched me play, this is a farming game. And usually in farming games, since their inception with Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons on the SNES, you were allowed to get closer to individuals and marry them, start a family. And you'd think, this is another farming game, maybe I can do that. But as you've kind of seen with the majority of the NPCs, how you've kind of seen that the fact that the majority of the town is just no-name characters. As you've kind of seen with how they handle plot stuff. I don't think they're ever going to go down that route. If they did, it's something so horribly tacked on, it's insulting. So now we're randomly told after this chapter, there is a friendship meter thing. And we just got a bit of friendship with her. What does that equate to gameplay-wise, and why should it be here? Because they have showcased to us multiple times via how the heck the game plays so far that it honestly does not care too much about the farming aspects of this game. What is that supposed to be? What am I supposed to look forward to if I max that out? What mechanic does this equate to? Reward. Party bonus, critical hit rate +1, break gauge fill rate +1. Okay, so I guess I can be in a party with her and I get those bonuses. Okay, fine. You know what? That's a mechanics thing. But I also feel bad because I know this game was marketed as Square Enix's take on the farming game genre, and the fact that they probably have no romance is upsetting. And it's something I've been thinking of since I started this game. I don't know, this game isn't really much of a farming game. It's at least the closeness, whatever meter has mechanics that actually tie into the game, I guess. Hein, wake up. Why am I not allowed to sleep? Just not whatsoever. This is nice. Who are you, or we've met before, haven't we? I'd prefer to know who you are. Who am I? Yeah, that's what I ask. Who are you? You came into contact with that stone, didn't you? Not an answer to my question. How did it feel? Still not an answer to my question. I'm not even allowed to retrace back to the fact that she did not answer my question. It felt like a sacred object. It felt like a dangerous object. I'm not sure. Were you talking about, like, the Sea's Light? We talking about the 15 billion other stones I've touched since or before the Sea's Light? I don't know. It's great Windows, like, screensaver, freaking cloud thing in the background. It's nice. That's understandable. No, nothing's understandable. Who are you? There's still a lot you have to learn about this world. I'd like to start with learning about who you are. There's nothing worse than getting caught out by information you should have known from the beginning. Yeah, like your name. This world is nothing but an image you've conjured in your own mind. Name. Please. For the love of God. As is heaven and hell. You're talking in circles. This is dumb. They are whatever you make them. Sure. I'm gonna make one of them a plate of spaghetti. The other one's actually pasta salad. So whichever one of you guys prefer, that one's heaven, and the one you guys don't like is hell. But if you like both of them, it's actually both of them are just different versions of purgatory. There you go. There. I've made a heaven and hell. Keep that in mind. Nothing she said made sense or mattered by the sounds of it. Not a single thing she said equated to anything. Anyways, it's another day. Maybe we won't be waking up. Nope, we got another cutscene. Everything's in sepia. Why is everything in sepia? Something's going on outside. How would I know that? She dead? There's no music. We're in sepia tone. Oh no. Is this the nightmare, like, scene or whatever? Is the world outside on fire? Yeah. This is pretty nice. Hey! You hear a voice coming from the farm. Okay, so you're like, amazing. By the way, can I save? No. Yeah, so, here's another infuriating thing. We finally got, like, the cutscenes to allow us to be near a save point. You know what that equates to? Nothing. We literally cannot use save points when we're being told to go from point A to point B for a cutscene. We cannot interact with any of that stuff. Oh wait, we can actually ship stuff. Why? Why are we allowed to ship things and store things in the storage box, but we can't use this save point? Why? Why? That was a conscious decision to not allow this to be used. I cannot save. A conscious choice. But hey, if I wanted to ship out items, I could do that. The absolute Betty White tip frick is this crap? Where are my plants? Hey, over here. Yeah, so if you guys ever wanted an annoying, like, tiny mascot, like, chibi character in your horribly written JRPG, don't worry, they got you. They got you so hard, fam. A pair of legs buried in the ground is talking to you. Huh. What happens if I touch it? I'll pretend I didn't see that, or ew, that's creepy. I'll bury the rust. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Probably better that way. I knew you'd ignore me. Gosh, humans these days, you're so self-centered, says the pair of legs that obviously need some. This will come back round to you someday when you need help, you know. I'd prefer not to need help from anyone, and honestly, if I can't get through things by myself, at least I'm not surrounded by incompetent people. This is no time to be messing around. You're meant to be helping me out of here. That sounds pretty selfish from the pair of legs that just called me selfish. Don't you have any common sense? Not whatsoever. At least not any talking legs common sense. The legs are still talking. Ignore them. Come on, how long are you planning to leave me here? Please hurry up and save me. Oh, so you're aware you're in peril. And you've just been nothing but a bitch this entire time. Huh. Yeah. It's almost like people in peril should probably be nice. Okay. We got a ferry. Lovely. Finally! What took you so long? Fairies have things to do, you know. Oh, so do humans, actually. Like, I could be doing this wonderful thing called sleeping. And it's almost as if every time I've gone to sleep, I've been woken up. I've been woken up 3 times now when I tried to go to sleep. Can you, like, honestly blame me for being a bit bitchy? Who are you, or what are you doing on my farm? Yeah, what are you doing on my farm? Get off. I was, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, you have things to do, I can tell. Like, staring vapidly into space. So important. Christ. Oh yeah! It's finally finished. Despite that little hiccup, I'm going to seal the farm now. What? Were you protecting my farm, or what do you mean by seal? Last time I checked, Kissed by a Rose is on the OST, so what do you mean by seal? Well, you know how that shiny dust started falling all of a sudden? It's not the season for that yet. Yeah, I kind of figured, considering it's only halfway through the month. I was performing the dance of protection to seal your farm off from it. Aren't you glad? No. I think my farm dying to it meant I could actually leave. Actually, hey, guess what? You didn't save any of the other farms. I've still yet to see any of the other farms. It's almost like I'm the only one. It's almost like I got roped into being the only one. It would have been real nice if this one got destroyed, huh? Real nice. Be able to just, you know, pack up and leave. Roots properly cut. Travel again. Be my own person. Would have been nice. Anyway, So I was doing the dance when this horse with a weird horn came charging at me full speed. Oh yeah, that dude. He's still around? Why didn't he leave? Why is he still here? That's how I ended up in the ground. Can you believe that horse? Yeah, he's a loser. Oh, I'm mad just thinking about him. Acting all pompous because of that stupid horn. You know what? I think we'll get along just great. Hey, here's an idea, horse. Why don't you try growing some opposable thumbs before you start thinking about a horn? Yeah, we're gonna get along just great. I actually like you. The fairy seems to have protected the farm from Quietus. Too bad about the town. They're all dead. Oh, thanks. Tell me more about how you hate the unicorn. Don't worry about it. I'm exhausted after all that. I'm going to take a little rest inside. Did not approve. You kind of need to pay rent and all that if you're going to stay with me. Are you okay, Hein? Oh, for sweet baby Jesus. Why can't I be anywhere away from you? You look all right. You went outside in Quietus like it was nothing. How do you know that? How does she know that? No, quite literally, how does she know that? I'm assuming she walked over here after Quietus ended, correct? Which means she saw me out here after Quietus has ended, right next to my house. So she went further than I did, because she came from town. How does she know I went out in Quietus? Is Quietus that short? Doesn't Quietus come between seasons? Is Quietus that short? We don't know what brought it on so suddenly this time. We wouldn't normally expect it around now. You're talking as if you discussed with like the entire village. Like you had this huge meeting and everyone's like, why'd Quietus come halfway through the season? I don't know. We don't know either, huh? Like you had this huge discussion, this full like panel of people discussing and sharing thoughts. And then he came over and like, you walked around in that. And it's like, how do you know that? Like, just, what do you mean? We don't know. We wouldn't normally expect it. You're talking like there's a bunch of people behind you and you've been researching it. But as far as I'm aware, you don't do anything. The order said they had to go back to the Winter Seaslate at their headquarters as it was acting strange. What? So I'm assuming she's talking about the church or whatever, sure. And they went back to the Winter Seaslate, cool. But why would that be a reason for them to go back? They already said it was acting strange in the cutscene where we met them. And the whole reason they were here was because all the Seaslate were acting strange. So why did they have to go back to the winter one because it's acting strange? It already was. So stupid. I wonder if it has something to do with how the Seaslate lit up yesterday. Or maybe the world is just going haywire. How do you know the term haywire? It's not a term you should know. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're looking well. I'm going to go check on the rest of the village now. Do that before coming here and then decide not to come here next time, please. Seriously, how'd you know I was out during Quietus? Ew! Is that a beetle? Hein, where are you? Oh, that fairy also makes her freak out. I'm gonna love this fairy. Gonna be best friend just like my gay best friend. It's gonna be my fairy best friend. Oh, heck yeah. Sounds like Arya's looking for me. Oh, this is gonna get good. Okay, so can I actually do stuff? Nope. Maybe it was not time for that. Can't do any of that. Can't plow my field. Can't do anything. Can I save? Nope. Can't save. Why give me the option to actually interact with all this stuff? It could have had me during that cutscene run on over and then fade out to black as I go and Can I check my mail? I can check my mail, weirdly enough. Why can't I check the mail? Can't do anything else, but hey. Mail. Dang it, this game's so stupid. Hi, what is that? A bug? Is that a bug? Oh no, I hate bugs. Excuse me, how dare you? I'm not a bug. Look at those creepy legs. It flies. Is this some kind of ancient moth? Why are they so huge? Listen, Arya, I only see one bug in this house, and you gotta look in the mirror to see it. Ancient moth? Hello? Look at me, I'm not scary at all. What are you doing? Don't talk to my new bestie that way, Arya. Hein, why did you bring this fruit fly into the house? So can we just agree she's delusional? Either she's delusional or I'm delusional. But I'm going to lean to she is, just because of how much she was talking about the time travel stuff and being obsessed with it. By the way, guess what she's not obsessed with anymore? And now she refuses to acknowledge a talking creature as anything besides a bug. And she said it was a beetle, and now she said it was a moth, and now it's a fruit fly. Can we just agree she's delusional? Now I'm a fruit fly? Yeah, even the fairy understands you're full of BS. Look, she's not a bug, she's a fairy. See? Just a cute little fairy. I'll say cute because she's like on my good, like, I like her. Fairy? Oh, yeah, you're not a bug. And she just immediately accepts it at that point. Yeah, I'm going to say she's actually like delusional in some aspect. She's acting it. Of course I'm not. How rude. So fairies did exist at some point then. Oh, nope, she's back on the time travel thing. It's one delusion or the other. Gosh, dang it. Hey girl, were there history books about fairies? No? Then I'm assuming your history books aren't about here. But they don't exist in my time, so they must have gone extinct somewhere along the line. We don't know if it's a different timeline. You are just stupidly obsessed with that. Well, that's unsettling. What's up with this human? Ignore her, she's crazy. What's a fairy doing inside the house anyway? Oh, I don't know, maybe I invited her in, unlike a certain someone. You explained to Arya about the fairy. What am I to explain? She freaking saved the farm and she wanted to just come in. When I didn't invite her, what else is there to explain? You found her buried in your farm just now? This is something I swear is going to keep happening in this game, so I may as well acknowledge it. We just had a cutscene about the fairy. Cool, whatever. Now we had a second cutscene, literally just like 5 minutes later, let's say in-game time-wise, where now we need to go over the fact of the cutscene that we just saw. It's just restating the earlier cutscene, and it's just annoying. This equates to nothing. This is wasted time. Like, yes, let's say Arya and the fairy did need to meet. That's fine. You could put it off a bit. You didn't have to have her just be restating, so that's what happened in the farm and she was buried and this happened and then she saved the farm? No, I don't care. We had the cut to black. You explain things. Just move the heck on. I swear. Well, that's a pretty far-fetched sequence of events, but I'll take your word for it. So apart from the fact that she's a fairy, she's otherwise an unidentified stranger in your home, correct? Yeah, that'd make two. And I'm gonna tell you what, Arya. I like her. But what's that make you? But that's not true. I am the great fire fairy, ruler of all the world's fire. Okay. Sure. I have no way to prove or disprove that, but I'm going to say you do you, boo-boo? Huh? You, the Great Fire Fairy, are... You don't have a very strong presence. You complain too much, human. And you... freaking snap back a bit. You know what? Actually, keep snapping back as much as you are. I like it. Need some other sass in this game that actually calls people out on their BS. Yeah, sure. Of course you're the Great Fire Fairy. Arya, you didn't know fairies existed until like 3 minutes ago. You shut up. You don't know anything. So what business does a great fairy like you have with Ayn? It's an emergency. The world is in danger at this very moment. Okay, sure, why not? Why don't you go to someone who cares? The whole world? Yeah, since yesterday there has been no sign of any of the other great fairies. That sucks. I bet it's because of how the sea's light lit up. Okay, like, you guys keep harping on that. You do, but you're not explaining how the sea's light is connected to everything else. You're saying, I bet the sea's light doing something caused all this. But why would it? What is the connecting thread? How is the sea's light connected to the monolights? How is that connected to our magical infrastructure? How is that connected to the other fairies? Just explain what the frick the sea's light is in your frickin' like own terminology and how the people in universe view it, even if it's incorrect. I don't care the fact that the omens are using it for some nefarious things, and the fact that stupid time travel delusional girl thinks it's the Red Queen. I don't care about that. We have not gotten a proper explanation from anyone in the village what the heck the sea's light is, and I feel like that should be the dang basis, and that should have been covered almost immediately. Since then, all the other sea's light must be acting strange too. Why would you assume that? What is the connecting thread? Rest mentioned earlier, or the Order's winter sea's light did too. That's all we got. Oh my god, it was one cutscene ago. Do we need a sepia tone flashback? Do we need a sepia tone flashback? It was one cutscene ago. Quite literally, my character just said all that needed to be said. There is no reason for a flashback. I gave the information, and then it cut to a flashback. What is the point of this? The Order said they had to go back to the Winter Sea's light at their headquarters as it was acting very strange. Yeah. That's what I just said. Why is this a flashback? Right. So I assume that the spring and summer sea's light are acting up too. That's possibly a decent assumption. Sure. It must be having a terrible effect on my fellow fairies. What is the connecting thread? Oh, fairies are connected to the sea's light, or what happens if the fairies disappear? I would not assume they disappear. Fairies are connected to the sea's light. Question, what's going on there? Connected? We made the sea's light. Okay, we're getting lore, we're getting building, we're figuring things out. In other words, we are the powers behind everything in this world, and you just skipped over like 99% of the pages in that book, huh? We made the sea's light, thus everything in the world is connected to us. What? Explain, elaborate, what do you mean? Freaking explain. If you're gonna world build about giant freaking molasses hardened crystals that everyone needs to function, you gotta explain why they need them to function. And you're in charge of fire. So let me guess, the other three are earth, water, and wind. Yeah, it's honestly the smartest thing you've said, Arya. It's honestly the smartest thing you said. Yes, how did you know? It's right. The great water fairy made the summer sea's light, wind made spring, and earth made winter. That's a choice. I'd mix those up a bit, but you know what, whatever. If anything happened to us, the world's 4 powers would be thrown off balance. It would wreak all kinds of havoc. Why do they need to be 4 powers? Why can't we have like 7 powers? Was that not even enough for you? It has even in the name. Yeah, let's go with 7 powers. what kind of havoc exactly, or how did you make the seas light? I don't care how she made it. Just what kind of havoc. Because hopefully, I'm picking dialogue options in the vain hope, like just idiotic hope that they will be answered and they will extrapolate to tell me what the heck I'm supposed to be caring about. What kind of havoc exactly? How does messing with the seas light affect things? Which means, how are they connected? What does the seas light do? All kinds. I could explain it till my wings fell off and you still wouldn't under... Oh my god. We have not gotten a simple explanation as to why the heck the rocks are important. Not once. We have asked multiple times, and every single time everyone's just been like, yeah, you're important. Never really questioned it, or I wonder why it is that way. Well, they are really important though. We can't function without them. Huh. We are getting zero answers. This is freaking infuriating. It's like talking to like a 7-year-old about trying to figure out what their make-believe world is to help like develop their creativity, but they actually just don't want to. They're just like, the princess is being kidnapped. And he's like, who's she getting kidnapped by? It doesn't matter. She's being kidnapped. Let's go. And just like, come on, you can tell me more. This is what this entire game is. Holy freaking fraggin'. When can I save? Why wait till they fall off? I could pluck them off for you. Arya, that's sadistic. Like, where did that come from? Okay, I get you don't like bugs and you're afraid of them. Arya. In this cutscene alone, you learned fairies exist. And they're possibly amazing. And they possibly have the answers to the Red Queen thing you're worried about. And your first response is, I could pluck your wings off of you. Would you like that? What? Anyway, the point is, I need someone to go to each sea's light and save my fellow fairies. And you chose Ein. Okay, I'm actually in agreement with Arya here. Why the heck did you choose me? I do not have an altruistic side. I just read that and just disagreed, sorry. Well, she does have an altruistic side to her, I suppose. No. No. I do not. I've been trying to get out of all of this and you guys have not accepted anything I said. I am quite literally just being bullied this entire game. But she's not falling for that tall tale. Arya, you believe you're from the future. You shut up. Are you? I feel bad for the fairies. The world could be in danger. Of course not. I've got a farm work to do. Yeah, I've got farm work to do, sorry. I bought this game to play a farming game, not a JRPG. Now, wait a second. You wouldn't even have a farm if I weren't here protecting it. I'd remake it. I'm a great fairy, remember? If you help me out, then I can make your work on the farm a little bit easier. How much is a little bit? Are we going by like my measurements of a little or your measurements of a little? Because in my measurements of a little, you're little. I'm certain your measurements of a little are like microscopic. I'm sure the other great fairies would gladly join too, if you saved them. Oh, so you're writing checks in their name. Yeah, I don't think that's going to cash out. I can't believe it. Oh, well, do as you please. Arya, can I honestly ask a question? Why the heck do you absolutely despise her? You guys have not known each other and had enough interactions for you to absolutely despise this fairy. Why do you suddenly hate her and want to legit torture her to death? Because Arya, you admitted you wanted to torture her to death. Where did that come from? I have an idea why you fairies went extinct. Where is this coming from? The absolute heck, yo. Karma's coming back round to bite you. Just wait. Girl's so stupid. Like, yeah, cool. Let's say she is from the future, and the Red Queen giant seas light thing is a horrible thing at that time. Let's say that. This girl is a part of the research team, and she's here to research. And she just found out this is the creator of the thing that went horribly wrong. Maybe I should talk to her and possibly learn about the thing that went horribly wrong. Nope, that thought never entered her head. This girl is stupid. Just, oh my gosh. So freaking dumb. Hey, where are you going? Does it matter? Nope. It really doesn't. Go. Shoo, get. Do not come back. What's wrong with her? Delusional. Crazy. Do not care. Oh, well. So anyway, what do you say? Shall I take that as a yes? I'm not allowed to give a no. Not this time. Wait, can I give a no? What? Are you serious? The world is in crisis. The elements are out of balance. I'm even throwing in some farm help. Oh, were you expecting not to pay me? You're expecting not to pay me. You legit just wanted me to do it because it's like, well, the world would end if you don't. That's manipulative. That's not cool, girl. But yeah, I can't say no, so I guess I have to say yes. I was hoping you'd say that. You demanded I say it. I wasn't allowed to say anything else. Well, first things first. Could you make me a pact? Is this Dragon Guard? What am I giving up for this pact? Oh, wait. I know what I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up my ability to care. So go ahead and take that. Oh, is this your first time living with a fairy? I had some wild college days, and I roomed with a few people that could be considered fairies, but that's a story of the past. And totally made up. I just have a best friend I grew up with that's gay. A pact is what formalizes our connection. It's kind of like a name, in the sense that it actually is one. So could you assign one for me? Something suitable for a little fire fairy? Sure. It defaulted to Juno. I do not have enough cares to not have it be Juno, because I'm going to go by Drakengard rules. For a pact to be made, I had to give up something, and what I gave up? My ability to care. Juno, huh? Not bad, you have taste. Sure. Whatever. Anyway, nice to meet you. Not really, it's not nice. I'd rather be doing other stuff, like saving my game. It's been like an hour of cutscenes. And I'm stopping to like ramble. This is still like 20 plus minutes of cutscenes without that. As I mentioned earlier, the other fairies are at their respective seas light. To get to the seas light from here, you'd go east for the spring seas light, south for summer, and west for winter. Okay. It's up to you where you'd like to go first. But I'd recommend starting with the spring seas light. For a number of reasons, I mean... Nah, never mind. Okay, I'm going to assume technically we can do whatever. We can go to whatever one. The issue being that some of them probably are way higher level and it's not going to level scale for us. And we're just going to get screwed over if we don't go to the spring one. That's going to be my guess. Well then, I'll be here on the farm if you ever need anything. Come ask me if you have any questions. I have a lot, but I don't think you're going to give any answers. I would like to ask one important question. Can I save the game finally? Oh my god, there's another cutscene. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, the clock's not up yet. I still can't go and save. We got another cutscene. Okay, what's Arya pouting about? I just wanted to go save. But now I gotta deal with her freaking temper tantrum. Don't tell me. I won't. You agreed to help that fairy, didn't you? I met a few do-gooders like you in my era, but sadly it didn't end well for any of them. Okay. I don't see how that has anything to do with me. The ones who worked hard for the sake of humanity and for what really mattered deserved the most happiness. Oh, okay. You should probably have like a comma somewhere in that sentence, just saying. Kind of a run-on sentence almost. But the society we born into didn't reward them that way. Yeah, society's a bitch. I live in a capitalistic one. Doesn't matter how you're born, we live in a caste system. Moving on. It was the honest people who suffered. Yep, that's sure, you're just stating how it usually is. The more genuine and hardworking you were, the harder your life was. Yeah, people take advantage of genuine, hardworking individuals in workplaces. That's how it usually works. And lazy people would see that and feel better about themselves, thinking it was no use to work hard. Yeah. Why waste energy on something you can't change? At least we were all going down together. That's what they thought. Yeah, that's about right. Still, I had to do something, or what do you think? I don't care about her opinion. I'm gonna go do something. Like, I don't know, farm. I know. You're one of those people. Yeah, one of those people that bought a farming game and wants to farm. I don't believe everything that fairy said, but she was right about this era being in crisis right now. Arya, I don't expect you to have any plot significance and actually anything relevant to talk about. Please don't prove me wrong. Please. I would love if this game ends and you're actually just crazy. I knew it when I saw that. Quietus. If that's what you call it. I don't call it anything. I've never used that word in front of you. How'd you learn that word? I can't tell you anything more specific than that. Okay, so you're in this weird, like, loop where you think you can't change the past because it will change how about you came around here, but you don't even know A, if you're in the past, or B, if that's how the time travel here works. So kindly just stop. I have been asking for information every single episode in this game. Nobody will give it. I told you why. No, you didn't. Shut up. I don't just know you're stupid. If I give you information from the future, you never told me this. You never told me this, actually. And that changes the course of events that leads to said future I might never exist. No, she has never told us this. You cannot say, I told you why. It's this reason. You never said that. It's the first time we're having this conversation. A time traveler's life depends on how they handle their information. Shut up then. Shut up and go away. That'd be a lot more pleasant. On the other hand, if I don't say anything, then we'll make no progress. It's a hard balance to strike. Just pick a lane and stick in it. I don't like your little weeble wobbling nonsense. Anyway, you're going to the other seas light, right? I want to come too. You want to go back to your era? You want to help the fairies? Don't be silly. Anyone who falls for the tall tales of a fairy deserves to be duped. Why are you so racist to a race you didn't know existed until like 5 minutes ago? Actually, at this point, looking at the clock, it was like 20 minutes ago. Ay, Faye. This episode's dragging. I just want to save. This happened last time, too. Just cutscene after cutscene, and it's like, I just want to save the game. My goal hasn't changed. I still want to get back to my time period. Okay, cool. You probably don't even understand the 3 rules of time travel. But I have a feeling that me being here now is somehow related to the fact that there's a crisis in this time period. I mean, correlation, causation, whatever the heck, they are not always related. You may actually just be here for no reason. I might find a way to get home by learning more about those stones. Oh, you're calling them stones now, as opposed to the Red Queen and Sea's Light. Pick a term. It's still just a theory at this stage, though. Oh, but you having time traveled, is it? Arya, would you mind giving me all the proof about how you've time traveled? Besides, I owe you one. Please never repay me and just leave. You do? I don't remember what I did. I have zero clue what I did. Because, like, Arya, it sounds like your entire conclusion about time travel is the fact that we wear clothes about how you think medieval era people would wear. And the fact that we speak the same language. Which that one does not line up, actually. You're not all there, are you? That is the pot calling the kettle black. Anyway, let me know when you're heading to the stones, okay? I would rather not. Arya joined your party. Gosh, fraggin'. Okay. Just what's happened. Hein's meeting with Arya awakens heightened powers. You acquired the Assault Savant job class. Okay. I guess I just zoned out while she was talking and I somehow entered that same state where I got a step closer to Nirvana. Because God, did I just blink while she was talking. A job that utilizes science and martial arts. What do you mean science? We're in a high fantasy setting. We haven't technically talked about science whatsoever. The closest thing to science we have is the weird multi-tool weapon thing, and nobody acknowledges what the heck that is besides it's based on monolite, which we know is somehow connected to Sea's Light, which is apparently made by fairies. And none of any of those things were properly explained. A job that utilizes science and martial arts. It can use skills to switch the attributes and effects of its regular attacks. Cool. That sounds like a cool job for a better action RPG. Why don't we go and gather information around Leith for now? Please no. It'd be better to have even a little information before going to the other Sea's Light. Please let me actually just save. It's been an hour of cutscenes. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. We're done. Oh, heck yeah, man. Finally able to save. It's been an hour. Oh, heck yeah, man. Okay. We're done with that nonsense. I hope it's not going to be that bad anytime soon. Because that is arguably, we're looking at a worse time than the intro to this game. Holy crap. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in another episode of Harvestella where we're probably going to be dealing with worse and worse plot holes and just trying to trapeze our way through this freaking plot hole field. But until then, I'll talk to you later. And ciao.